Most High when we flow. Don't want no grieving or bereavement. We gon' translate when we go.
I'm in a different mode. Hop in the spirit and go. In the door we shine like flashlights. Me and my bro. Don't know what they told you, but we the ones who show it. Show His glory. We was chosen. We the ones they noticed. We just living up to His will. That's all reason.
All right. Shalom. All right.
Shalom. How you feeling, man?
Chilling, man. Just making it through the week.
Yeah. How your week been? Tell me about it.
My week been good. Man. Just this week we was doing our Feast of Unleavened Bread, man. Really been a blessing, man. Got a good recipe. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like I might be able to do unleavened bread for the whole year, the way the recipe be hitting, bro. But, you know, I wouldn't put myself to that stretch, but I think unleavened bread wouldn't be a bad thing, just to have time throughout the year.
Fast. It ain't as strenuous as it might seem sometimes, huh?
Yeah. Nah, it ain't a big deal for me at all. What about you? How was your week?
It's been cool, man. Super rejuvenating, I say, and even reassuring, you know, on some stuff I've been learning. So
Reassuring?
Yeah. Just as far as some stuff I've been learning, man, it's it's just, man, the Spirit is confirming certain stuff, or confirming like, hey, you on the right path, I say. You know?
That's always a blessing when that happens.
Road. So
that's always a blessing when that happens.
But yeah. So hey, what's been brought out to you this week? I know something been brought out to you this week.
What's been brought out to me this week?
Yeah. I know some. I know you done got some type of download.
I mean, there's always something. But this week, I say the first thing was learning that the Feast of Unleavened Bread is really supposed to be a full week.
Yeah. Okay.
A full week of dwelling in tents. If you go back and read the verses very carefully, and Deuteronomy 16, then you know what I'm saying, you will see it. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing that was brought out. What else was brought out? There's something else I'm missing. Something else it's right on the tip, right on the edge of my mind. Tip of my tongue. Well, I was about to say something.
Yeah, you got
I'm trying to. You say you got it. Oh man, well I can't remember what was brought to me this week. I guess when the time comes, I remember. I do be taking notes on it.
Yeah. Bring out them notes, man.
I do. And he said, "Bring out them notes."
Bring out them notes.
Oh. Damn, that's kind of deep. That's kind of deep for the podcast. I don't know. It was this thing about us still being. It's actually kind of related to the scripture we just read. The thing about us being under the law, or over the law, and I was just saying how like that saying is kind of not confusing, but it's a little bit misleading when somebody says we're not under the law, right? And when you really think about what it's saying, are you under the law, right? Then you got to ask the question. So if you are under the law, what law is over you, right? And the Most High, He got us in this position. And I'm just trying to help people who in the middle kind of like bridge the gap just with their thought process. Because the Most High got us in this position to where He deemed it proper for us to be held captive by these people.
Right.
So and then we got free to a certain extent, but anybody who really tried to move how they wanted to move and do a lot, know that before you get to doing too much, you're gonna start to feel a little pushback. You know what I'm saying? Let you know, hey, it's not gonna be no walk in the park. Of course, I'm not shackled, but there are knowledge barriers holding me back. Knowledge barriers. There's financial barriers. There's political barriers. There's all type of stuff holding you back, right? And not to just mention just people just straight up hating on people just don't want the same things that you don't, that aren't after the heart of the Most High.
Yeah, I was gonna say that social barriers.
Yeah, yep. So Now, when we look around, we got to say, okay, why did the Most High deem this law to be greater than the law we was under, right? Or deemed it to be the law that we need to be under? Because you got to look and say, okay, this system is called the what?
The beast system.
The beast system. But I'm talking about in the U.S. What do they call when you go in when you get locked up? What do they call that system?
The prison system.
It's the prison system. When you go to court, what do they call that? Now you in the
judicial system.
The judicial system, but it's also called it the justice system.
Oh, justice system. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
That's a big
in
politics and court and law, the justice system.
Gotcha.
So when this country was first created, it was created to be something more just than what it is now. Now, not for everybody, but what I'm saying is that this is it. On the back of your money, right? What do it say?
In God we trust.
Right. So at one point, they felt it important enough that people who was actually in charge. Now we know, even when you look in the Bible, certain leaders come, and then an okay king can be replaced by a more unjust king, and then a more unjust leader gets, and then a more unjust leader replaces the one that's there, and then there's a cycle before everything just start to be like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they first started, they felt it was important enough to say, "In God we trust." Right. So this is the system the Most High originally put us under. So as this system gets worse, we're supposed to be getting better.
All right.
So if you really look at these laws, a lot of the laws were put into place when we got what? When we got free. Right? The police as we know it today didn't even exist until they freed the slaves.
Gotcha.
And that they were really to patrol us, because they were self-patrolling. It was just, we was already in shackles. And they were just self-patrolling. There wasn't no need for no police system because everybody was pretty much equal. Everybody had their plots of land. Everybody was farming or doing whatever they did, right? So I don't want to go too far around the bush, you know what I'm saying? Or too far. I don't want to beat around the bush too much. But I'm just so what I'm saying is that, so now we look and we say, okay, are the laws of Moses over us? Look around. Which laws are over us? And you're going to say, okay, when you look at Deuteronomy 14, there was a law. There's a law about how we supposed to tithe.
Yeah.
Tithe all your increase, year 1, year 2, year 3, give it away. Tithe all your increase, year 1, year 2, year 3. Not give it away on the third year, but keep it to yourself and within your gates, and then give it to the widows and the fatherless, right? Are we under that type of law, though?
No, we're not under that.
Right?
No.
But we still got to do what?
Tax.
So one law we under is the tax
Taxes.
law.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make sure that you
still tithing.
Yeah. So you got, and not just 10%.
Yeah.
24 to 40.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And if you're rich enough, you find loopholes, you can get out of it. But what I'm saying is, so now you gotta say, okay, look at the 10 Commandments though. What laws am I under? Thou shalt not kill.
Under that one, steal.
Steal. Right? That's not bear false witness. You say, wait, you can bear false witness. When you go to the justice system and you in the court,
they made you.
You go and you put your hand
on that
Bible. So at one point, the system was founded on what?
Yeah.
That Bible.
Yeah.
And then if you lie, after you put your hand on that Bible, what happened? They call that perjury.
Yeah.
And then you do what?
Held against you in the law of the court.
So bearing false witness, no go.
But then that's it.
Now let's keep going down.
Covered in would you say covered in your neighbor?
So we get into that, right? So when you covet your neighbor's wife, right?
His house or whatever he had.
Yeah, you cover. It said don't covet your neighbor's property. That's really in relation to stealing.
Gotcha.
But covenant is something that's going to be more internal, right? And there's really no way for somebody to enforce that. How would they enforce that, right? So Those are the things that the Most High don't want to enforce. He wants you to come. So, graven images. No idols have no God before him.
Mm-hmm.
There's no law against that.
Right.
It's actually, you get a freedom of religion. You get a freedom of speech. That just, you know what I'm saying, whatever you're going to say, whatever you're going to do, whatever you're going to covet. Why? Because if the Most High forced you to do those things, how would he know if your heart was pure?
Gotcha.
So are we under the law still? Yes.
Yeah.
And
no.
It's just a different way to look at it.
Yeah, not fast.
You get what I'm saying? But, you know, the things that, so now for the good things, he's giving us a choice. Do y'all want to follow the feast days?
Yeah.
I'm not going to force you. But if you love me, you come back and follow my feast days. Do you want to not have idols? I'm not going to force you. Believe in whatever you want to believe in. But I know your heart is pure if you come back to me and you just follow what I say and what I do, what I told you to do. So, are we under the law? Yes. And no. We got a decision. He gave us a decision.
That's interesting.
So, but the laws that are affecting you and your brother, they there. Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there may have been an adultery law, back in the day.
Back in the day?
Yeah. Hold on, let me look it up. Let's see if we can hit the right one. Wow. Yep. So this is what we missed, man. When we were saying, hey, we want to see if it's actually a law.
Right. Against adultery.
Against adultery. And it turns out, you know, back in the day when the country was really founded, there were laws that were going against it. You know what I mean? So this is just another one that was that's proven that, hey, we're not under the law, but we are under the law still.
Right.
You know, I'm not sure if this got in there or not, but if I'm repeating myself, but like the Most High, he gave us a choice on the ones that needed a choice. So if they dealing with your brother, if it's committing adultery, if it's stealing from your brother, if it's killing your brother, ain't no choice in those.
Right.
You don't get no choice in those, right? So this is just an example of how that law is actually in our Constitution, right along with thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. But the laws like you shall not have false idols, or you should not have no other God before me. Those are your choice. He's not gonna force you to do those, because if he forced you, he wouldn't know if your heart was pure.
And even in the country, you were saying, even here, that they give you law, they actually let you freedom of religion, freedom of speech, you know, freedom to practice whatever you want to do and say.
Because that's the only way that real you will be revealed. He got to give you a chance. He give you a chance, because if he give you a chance, say, I know your heart. You going to hell.
Yeah.
It would seem unfair.
Yeah.
But if he once you go back and replay your life, you go up on that big screen, that Jumbotron up there,
man,
on that solemn day, when your life in review, and say, hey, what you was doing right here? You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna be a different story. But man, all right, I'm trying to get back to where we were.
So we went over all right, so we got this part. So we seeing right now that the Most High, us being in the land that we in, certain laws actually match up with the commandments. Certain laws match up with the laws of Moses.
Okay.
Certain ones haven't been added in these laws, right? Because when what they call the founding fathers of this country, when they were starting this country, when they were starting this nation, a lot of their principles were based off the Bible, right?
Right. The in God we trust.
So they were. It seemed like they. I'm not sure. I don't want to say if they were trying, but they at least set the foundation.
No, they did. They did set the foundation. And what we got to remember too is, we said this earlier, but they didn't set themselves over us.
Right.
The Most High set them over us. Same way the Most High set Nebuchadnezzar over Daniel and them.
Yeah.
It wasn't by accident that it was him. Even Nebuchadnezzar was having dreams, and Daniel was saying, okay, it's already set out the kings that's gonna follow you. When he had part gold, part silver, feet of clay, and all that stuff, and Daniel said, "Hey, these represent the kingdoms that's gonna come after you." You get what I'm saying? And what you gonna rule over and what you not. So if he said that now, the rulers are already predestined.
Yeah, man, that's interesting too.
So if Israel not gonna come back, then they not gonna be over themselves. And this is why I say we're under the law, but we're not under the law, because the Mosaic law is not over us.
Right.
When we back in Israel, there was no choice to do any of this.
Right.
It say, observe the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath day.
Yeah.
You and the stranger and the widow and the fatherless and the servants, the handmaid, that within thy gates must observe this. See, it wasn't no choice there. But everybody was one. Everybody was in unity. Everybody understood. Yeah. Right? So you weren't just out on the Sabbath doing crazy. That's why dude was gathering the sticks and they stoned him to death.
Yeah, yeah.
In the Old Testament. Yeah. So now that's what it means to be under the law. Yeah. Why? Because the law is over them. What law is over us right now?
Okay. That's what it means by it. I'm not under the law. I'm under.
Right. So
grace.
We are under grace when it comes to things like, what God will you serve? Right? What day will you worship? What holy days will you observe? But that's not because it don't matter. You under grace so that the Most High has an opportunity to see where your heart is. If I give them the opportunity to come to me, will they? For their forefathers didn't have an option and observing my holidays because they didn't even know, my holy days because they didn't even know. When they let them free, I took all their heritage away, and they was punished for a certain number of generations. But now they've been praying to me. Certain ones been praying to me. I've been slowly revealing myself to them. I've been slowly bringing them back, right? And it's like, yeah, I'm slowly bringing them back, but will they hearken to me once they know? When I reveal themselves, is it even worth my time? How many? That's why I say many are called. He's calling everybody, but few are chosen, right? It's not because he don't want to choose you. The Most High likes those who choose him. So I mean, so basically, when you was young, I used to always run into these type of girls.
Man,
I like dudes that like me. You choosing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm choosing. You like me? I like you too. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the Most High is. He a jealous God.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So the Most High loves those who love him. He love everybody, but he gonna be there. He gonna show his face to those who turn towards him. Because if you ain't turned towards him, if you ain't repented towards him, what he showing you his face for? You get his back. Yes. You ain't even facing me. What you want me to face you for? And I'm saying face you because even at the first sin, they was removed from the face. Adam and Eve was removed from the face of the Most High. Right. When they got took out of the garden. So, and that's just the wording of the KJV and all that stuff. So, this ties into what we were talking about, and that's early, even before we got on the vlog, we were talking about Matthew 23.
Right.
And we're gonna show how even Christ was doing something similar to what I'm saying right now.
Okay.
So let's go. Let's get Matthew 23. You about to get that? Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is
Hey, the reason why
Matthew
this said this our do over, man. We did it from scratch. We didn't plan any of this.
No.
But in the process of doing all of this, we lost audio, so we had to cut pieces out and come back to y'all, man.
Fact.
Most High willing, we'll get this audio thing figured out and get everything going the right way. But let's take a look at it. Go ahead.
Okay. So we at Matthew 23.
Yep, verse 1.
All right. Then spake Christ to the multitude and to his disciples.
Right.
Saying,
so notice who he's speaking to. He's speaking to just the people that came to hear him. That's the people who following him. He not out talking to people that don't want to hear him.
He ain't trying to force it.
Yeah.
He not trying. He ain't forcing it.
Yeah. It's a different spirit.
Yeah, that's
Keep going.
It says, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore.
So Wait, they sit in whose seat?
Moses' seat.
So you gotta remember, Moses was that lawbringer, right? He the one who literally brought the laws down off the mountain.
He was the governor.
He was the governor. So when they say the Mosaic law, they talking about the Torah. So who was enforcing the Torah? Moses and the Levites and Aaron and them, right? So now it says that the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat, right? And we know how wicked they were, potentially. So keep going.
It say, all therefore whatsoever they bid you, observe. That observe and do.
Okay, so
That's interesting, bro.
even though it was always a battle between Yeshua, Christ, and the Pharisees, Christ here telling you, yo, whatever they tell you, do.
That's interesting.
Why? Because this is the law you under. That's why he said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. That ain't part of the Mosaic law. That wasn't part of the normal tithes. So that means even back then, people was evading the taxes.
Yeah.
Trying to get out. But what Yeshua say?
Run unto Caesar. What is Caesar's?
It's crazy.
To the Most High was his.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So now you say, dang, so I got to give tithes here and get tithes here, do this, do that. That's even more, but it don't matter because that's how good the Most High, that's how amazing he is. And you giving all your money away, he still got you blessed above all these people. You still got everything you need. You still living good. You can't even give your money away fast enough.
Man.
And when I tell you, man, all praise to the Most High. I could just manage to give a little piece of what I'm supposed to give. I ain't even really giving what I'm supposed to give, but I already see
it coming right back.
A return. So I know that, and the reason why I don't give more is because sometimes I feel like I'm not knowledgeable
to give
the way. No, if it's a situation where the Spirit is speaking, I give. But I'm just saying, what I find is sometimes when you give, you can become an enabler.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not even really. It's barely enough people around me, not my current situation, that are even trying to, how could I say it? Trying to even walk after the Most High so that I can say, okay, if I give you this, I know you're going to do the right thing with it.
Gotcha.
Really? You get me? So, and not that it's not even up to me to decide what the right thing is. It's really just me saying, okay, why am I in this position? Right? Because I still don't even have a whole lot. Right. I just got, but whether you got 1 talent or 10 talents, you still obligated to give.
Yeah.
Right? So, I still want to be mindful how I give, because I read, and I think it's I mentioned this last week. I think it might have been the Didaches or the Apostles or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. Hey, put it right there below, man. Whatever I'm talking about. It's something about the Apostles, right? But it was saying how you can give to the wrong person, and if they do the wrong thing with the Most High's blessing, that they will be held accountable for that. But anyway, I ain't trying to get away from it. So what are we saying?
So now we back on. Let's go to verse 3.
Right.
All right. So we're speaking about the scribes and Pharisees sitting in Moses' seat.
Right.
And this is Christ saying, all therefore whatsoever they bid you, observe. That observe and do. But do not ye after their works. For they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders. But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
So what he's saying is, hey, and it's a reason why he said that, because that means that they saw Yeshua coming up, right? And they see Yeshua coming up, he got power. So that, whenever a group started to get together, they said, hey, man, we don't got to listen to scribes and Pharisees no more. We us.
Listen to him.
Yeah, we us now.
Yeah.
Yeshua was like, whoa. I'm just saying, if they was already doing everything the scribes and Pharisees said, he wouldn't have to tell them. So he just say, hey, we us, man. So now it's like, you know what? I know y'all see y'all kind of, we getting together. It's a multitude. Y'all with me. I'm with y'all. But hey, still do everything the scribes and Pharisees tell you to do. But the stuff that they don't tell you to do, don't do that. Like, don't look at their life and model yourself after them.
Man.
Just do what they told you. What they forced you to do it. So basically, in our time currently, that would be, okay, pay your taxes, right?
Okay.
But now at the same time, we get taxed twice. You get taxed when you make money, and then after you make money, if you live in Atlanta and you shop in Atlanta, as soon as you go to spend your money, they tax you another 9% on top of that. So whatever your tax bracket was, 24% to 38%, then as soon as you go, so you actually pay less taxes if you spend less money. So you pay that they take the tax out of check, then you take your check money and you go spend and they take another 8% right off the top. So what he's saying is, so basically I'm saying that to say that I'm saying that to say that don't do exactly.
Could that be also they telling you to pay your taxes, but they not necessarily?
That too. So that's kind of like the rich. The people at the top.
They found every tax.
Every loophole.
They found every single one, but they're telling you, pay your taxes. Make sure your tax update.
Perfect example.
I got a perfect. Matter of fact, come to my tax company. I got some guys that's gonna take care of you.
Perfect example. Perfect example. They did a thing on Trump, his taxes.
Yeah.
And they said Trump paid less taxes than a minimum wage worker in America.
Right.
Like he almost paid zero taxes on his income.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy when you think about how much money he making. But that's just a perfect example how the people at the top tell you to do stuff, but then they already made laws for them to go around it.
Right.
And people who don't know about the law just gonna pay the taxes.
Right.
All right. And we destroy it for what?
A lack of knowledge.
One thing we don't know about is taxes.
Yeah.
That's one thing our people don't know about is that. Not say tax. I ain't talking about just your W-2 and you know what I'm saying, filling out your stuff. I'm talking about loopholes. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying. They not reading the tax code. I'm an accountant, so I know.
Yeah, facts.
They not reading the tax code.
Facts.
So it's just one of them things where they gonna tell you one thing, do what you got to do, but don't model yourself after them, after they works. Don't model yourself after they works. He gonna go into explain what their works are. Keep going.
He say, for they buying heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. Right.
So that's one thing, right? Do what they tell you to do, but don't do the things that they do to be seen of men.
All right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Keep going.
They say, they make broad phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments, and love the uppermost rooms at feasts and the chief seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the market, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi.
Right. So, we can stop there, but I was just, the whole point was that, just that, hey, even Yeshua, even Christ here was saying, yo, we not under Moses no more. We under the scribes and Pharisees. So whatever laws they tell you to do, I need y'all to be obedient and do those laws. That's a different mindset. That's a different mindset.
It is, especially because in a sense, the way that he's painted is like this grand rebel, which he was. Which he was rebellious.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of if he was or not.
But like they try to make it seem like, you know what I mean? It was him versus the Pharisees, him versus the Roman government. You know what I mean? Which in a sense it was, and it wasn't. You know what I mean? Because it seemed like what he really telling you is he's really trying to show you how to live above even what the scribes and Pharisees are living, right? Even above what Pilate living. You know what I mean? Because he come and he say, okay, first thing, seek the kingdom of heaven. Then, when Caesar come ask you for what Caesar asks you for, give it to him. Because you'll be successful in his land. But when the Most High asks you for what he asks you for, give him that. Because you're going to be successful in all lands. Right? So, it's like he really, man, the way that I see him, he's really he was the perfect entrepreneur, the perfect businessman.
Mm-hmm.
Because the scribes and Pharisees, and even we see it nowadays, right? They'll tell us to do something and they don't do it, but then by the time they 50 years old or whatever age, they start getting caught in scandals and this, and it start getting brought back to light, right? And those dominoes and those chips do start falling against them.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's showing us is like, hey, this is how you gonna, no chip will ever fall against you.
Mm-hmm.
In this life and the life after, in heaven or on earth.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna, you know, we know things come against us, but he literally was such a impeccable businessman, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And this was another example of that.
And he really never came. He never was seeking them out. Like when you look at the scriptures for real, they was coming to him trying to trap him with their questions.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Hey man, I'm just gonna start writing sins in this. Y'all know which ones belong to y'all, man." And they get offended. Hey, I'm not chasing you down with this stick writing in the sand. Y'all coming to see me. I'm out with the multitude.
Oh, how he knew I did that?
See, and that's why. See, he was this is an old saying. This is an old kind of an old saying. It's kind of played out now, but the killer was success.
Yeah.
He was like the embodiment of that. Like the reason why they was coming at him was because he was so successful.
Yeah.
Like he healing people, he feeding the homeless, he doing all this stuff, and he telling them to at the same time be obedient.
Man,
be obedient to the officials, bro. Don't even worry about it. I got you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Fact.
See, that's a different type of power, bro.
No, facts.
So let's go scroll down. See.
I was about to say,
you want to keep going?
This one, yeah. So we'll go from here, but where I'm trying to get to right back here at 15.
Okay.
Right, because I want you to break that down for all of us. Okay. Right. So I must.
Oh, go ahead.
Right.
So you just gonna skip down to it?
No, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As the Spirit give it to you.
Con.
It say, but be not ye called rabbi, right? For one is your master, even Christ, all ye brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth. For one is your father.
What this is really saying is that, hey man, we supposed to really be. Don't be in a rush to be a leader. You already got a leader. Don't be in a rush to be that person being seen. You already you already got somebody being seen. You walking with me. I'm the one with got the target on his back.
Fast.
Why are you in a rush to get a target on your back? If you come do everything I did, right? I'm the one that got exposed to die, not y'all. Hey, so live. Don't be in a rush to be called rabbi. Don't be in a rush to be called master. So, but keep going. You can keep going.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's even interesting because that part is interesting. Because I noticed in our generation, one of the biggest things we love besides money and fame is prestige.
Mm-hmm.
We love a title.
Chef
so and so. This a social media influencer. I'm a social media influencer. Real estate agent. We love we love and embody these titles. What your baby? What she do? She in college for so and so. She gonna be a this.
I'm talking
about,
she gonna be a doctor.
She gonna be a doctor. She gonna be a, you know what I mean? The prestige is as
she went
equal.
to this school.
Man.
Yeah.
It's just as equal as the fame and the money as far as like what we chasing right now. We chasing that prestige heavy. And here we go right here. Christ is saying, yo, don't concern yourself with being called these things.
Right.
If you a doctor, just heal.
Right. That's real though.
Because bro, you're a doctor, just heal.
But we take so much pride in these titles too. And that's part of, he said, hey, y'all after this pride. But what he say? He said, and all ye are brethren. That's in verse 8. At verse 8, I don't know if you read that yet, but
no.
Oh, come on, go ahead.
No, you good. You good. All right, so it say matter of fact,
you can read verse 8.
But be not ye called rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren.
So that means that all ye are equal. Ain't none of y'all above each other.
Facts.
Y'all all servants. So, it's this thing about being humble that we miss a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to miss it though. I'm not saying it's easy to even do, what we saying. I'm just saying that the first step is just being alerted to it.
Man.
First step is just talking about it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
What do
facts.
these titles mean? Why we keep getting extra titles?
Man.
Why they keep changing?
Man, literally.
Am I changing? Did I become more righteous, or did my title just change?
Man.
Was this title made for people to look at me a different way? So that's why I say, we're gonna get to it. I'm sure we're gonna get to it.
All right. And then let's verse 9.
Right.
And call no man your father upon the earth,
Mm-hmm.
for one is your father which is in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Neither be ye called masters, for one is your master,
And
even Christ.
That goes back to like when you look at the Catholic churches and stuff like that. I don't know how the Catholic churches read the New Testament, and then all of a sudden, their whole thing is calling priests Father John,
Father.
this and that.
Go behind closed doors and call him Holy Father.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I don't know how that came to be, but those titles and those things didn't come out of nowhere. It's a tradition. You know what I'm saying? So keep going.
It say, but he that is greatest among you shall be your servant, and whosoever.
See that's what it is right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a twofold scripture. He that is greatest among you shall be your servant. He's saying, I'm your servant. So why you being called master and I'm not even being called? I don't even want to be called master.
Man.
Why do you want to be called master?
Man.
But it also means that, hey, it's another scripture where they was arguing over who was the greatest among the disciples. You know what I mean? And this kind of goes towards that. Hey man, all of y'all are servants. He was saying, who is greater, the one that eateth the food or the one that serveth the food? That was in those scriptures. I don't know if you remember those. Do you remember those? The one that eateth the food or the one that serveth the food? Who got the most power in that situation? Really, the one serving. We was just talking about the food, you get.
But that's it.
They could technically poison you.
Yeah.
They could either give you life or take life through your food.
Man. That's interesting, bro.
So, it's so who is the greatest right there? So I'm just saying, Yeshua just saying that, the greatest among you, the one that's gonna be recognized the most, even though it may never be recognized openly. Because if you recognize openly, that's your reward.
Right.
But the greatest among you gonna be a servant. Why? Because I'm already greater than y'all, and I'm just serving.
Yeah, facts.
So there's no way you can get greater than me
Yeah.
if you're not serving.
Facts.
So why do you want to be called a rabbi, the master, if I just told you I'm a servant?
Facts.
You should be wanting to be called me.
Yeah, you should want to be called servant.
Yeah, but you should want. Hey, you a son of God, just like me, son of the Most High.
Man.
So keep going though.
It say, but he that is greatest amongst you shall be your servant.
Yeah.
And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased.
So that means if you seek to raise yourself up, you're gonna be lowered. That's what abase means. Actually, get that. Go to this. Let's click the window right there. You see that plus sign?
Yeah.
Go to this. Type in abased. Yeah. Double click on the word. No, double click. Double tap. Yeah. Hey, quick learner.
Yeah, fast.
All right. Humble, humiliate. It's a well, I don't see the definition.
It's it right here. Behave in a way that belittles or degrades someone.
Okay. Kind.
Tap on some more.
Yeah. Well, now I'm surprised it's the only one I got. Double tap off of that. Of course, yeah. I know for sure it's a certain definition. That's all right. Let's click back. Just double tap light on the mouse. Double tap again. There you go. Let's scroll down. Let's get a different. Let's see multiple definitions. Let's hit that Webster's. It's to lower in rank. Right there, right there. To lower in rank, office, or prestige.
That's fine.
Prestige or esteem. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people after prestige, but the people who trying to get up, they gonna be deranked. They gonna be lower than rank. But maybe not now. Maybe not on this side.
Yeah.
But on the other side.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, all right, let's get back. Though.
All right, now. Let's say, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted.
So how do you get lifted up?
By humbling yourself.
Right. So can you really be humble if you have a desire to be lifted?
That's interesting.
It ain't even, you ain't got to answer this. You got to think about it.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
Can you really be humble if you have a desire to be exalted?
Ooh, that's it. Yeah, now. That's interesting. Want me to tell you what I think?
Go ahead.
I believe you could.
Okay.
But it's a way that you get there. You get there through this. And it's almost like what's the old saying, you know what I mean? You got your feet on the ground, your nose to the ground, basically. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You just if I'm just serving, if I'm just working, you know what I mean? Let's say if I don't want to be called this or that, or let's say if I want to be a leader, I got the recipe on how to be a leader. Let me start serving as many people as I can. Not for them to call me leader, but because I'm a lead. Now I'm a leader. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I'm like, man, I'm working to be a leader. Okay, how do I be a leader? You be the best servant. So now I'm finding more and more people to serve every day. You know what I mean? My drive is to keep serving people. And now I don't need anybody to call me a leader because I'm already leading. You know.
And I get that point, you know, but that's just somebody who really after the Most High heart, you know what I'm saying, but still could still potentially got, you know, we were born into this world, you know what I mean. So, but you want to hear what I think?
Go ahead.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So, all right, this is a surefire way. So the question was, can you really be humble if you want to be exalted?
Right.
And I get your point. And I'm not. This isn't for or against your point. I'll just give this analogy, right? Let's just say I was a figure skater, right? I'm just making this up on the spot. Gotcha. And I'm lifting my wife up.
Imagine that.
Just say I'm lifting up my wife, right? Right? I'm lifting up my wife. And my wife has the power to lift me at the same time. Why? Because she feels like, hey, this performance, this choreographed skating routine would be better if we got a little higher. So in order for us to get higher, she lifted me a little bit. And then I lifted her some more. Yeah. She lifted me a little bit more. Yeah. Then I lifted her some more. So what I'm saying is, the wife is really the wife is really the bride, right? It's Israel.
Gotcha.
And the Most High is the male, or you could say Yeshua is the male, right? And he's holding us up right now. But the only reason he's holding us up so that we can lift the Most High. And in order for us to lift the Most High higher, he keep lifting us higher. So every time he want the Most High, so if he want the Most High to go higher, he got to lift us.
Facts.
So now, if the Most High is a jealous God, he wants his name to be praised and be published in the streets how he said he wanted it. The only way to do that is to lift us up so that our voices can be heard, so that we can be seen, so that we can shine, so the light can be seen. So, surefire way to do it, just keep lifting up the Most High. Yeah. And the Most High gonna keep lifting you up. Just keep and lift them up some more. Then when you get to where you going, lift them up some more.
Facts.
Most High gonna lift you up some more. And see, I see a lot of entertainers, they get to a point where the Most High done lifted them up. And then they speak out. They try to lift up, they try to reach back to something else. They post a link or something. I keep talking. Or they do an interview or something, they mess up their Adidas deal. Right?
Whatever deal.
But at that point, they got a decision. So you might feel like you might not be a billionaire no more. Right? But if you just continue to lift him, he gonna continue to lift you. Because he the whole reason you here in the first place.
Yeah. That's interesting though.
So, but I'm just saying a lot of times that we get in these positions and we think that we made it to where we going. So now that we up so high, we say, man, I can't really talk about the Most High around these CEOs. Like I was talking about it in the kitchen at the water cooler.
Yeah.
I can't really talk about the Most High like that. I'm at the CEO meet. See, the Most High, hey.
When you was in the cafeteria.
Yeah. Like when you was at the water cooler, you was lifting me up. Now I got you at the CEO meeting.
Yeah, you was in the cafeteria.
I put you there to talk to the CEO.
It's interesting, man. You brought that Bible everywhere with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you talking to CEOs, you too good for me.
Yeah, yeah. You got all the theories and...
I think I might need to uplift somebody else.
Yeah. No.
I might need to exalt somebody else because I see you got a limit to your exaltation. Exhortation. So, and I've experienced that where it's like you get to the top and you're like, man, these dudes don't even believe in God. What's the point of me even talking to these dudes? Right. Like you'll be shocked, not shocked, but a lot of the doctors and stuff like that, lawyers, they see so much stuff, and part of the stuff that they learn that they stop believing in the Most High. But they don't know that the Most High is good and terrible.
Facts. That second part.
Yeah, that second part. He good. The Bible says he good and terrible.
He'll show you that.
So even though we don't understand his ways, we don't understand what's going on with people, but no matter what you see, it should never make you stop believing in him. And then we going out track, but you said you're trying to get to 15.
So yeah, we let's go get to 15. 13, but woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. Neither ye suffer them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, for ye devour widows' houses. So, man, that's an interesting. The negatives are kind of throwing me off on that. But what I'm saying is just saying like, yo, you shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. Right? So you telling people, hey, you're not gonna make it.
Oh, dang.
You shutting it off. You shutting it off for men.
And you sit
you don't do this, you ain't gonna make it. But it say, hey, for ye neither go in, you ain't gonna make it either, you saying.
Yeah.
But now you being something that's a distraction, something that's making it harder for people to get in than to helping them get in. And you're not gonna even get in.
Man. That's
neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. And the people that is gonna make it in, you making them suffer.
That's interesting. I say, and this ain't necessarily with scribes and Pharisees, but I would say with my walk, I noticed like when I first came in, I was hearing so much of, you can't do this, you can't do that. I was hearing the words can't so much, and we spoke on this, but I was hearing the word can't so much that it kept making me think, dang, it ain't nothing out here I can do. You know what I mean? So I'm hearing it from you know what I mean? I'm hearing it from everywhere that I'm learning. You know what I mean? That
reminds me of a song I had called, I think it's Candle. Is it called Candle? Talking about Pharisees will tell you what you can't do. Yeah. But they never tell you what you can do.
And that's what I'm saying. Literally, it wasn't until when I started reading for myself, and I started reading for myself and just turning down all the outside voices, all the teachers and stuff. And then I read and then Christ said, no, but you can do all things with God. And I was like, whoa. I keep hearing everywhere, don't do this, don't do that, can't do this, can't do that. And I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? It is stuff that we don't supposed to do. Right. But then when I hear Christ and he say, you can do all things with the Most High. It's all possible. And then I hear Paul say, what do you say? Yo, everything is lawful for me. Okay. It's just not all beneficial. Okay. So, shift, you know what I mean? It was a mindset switch. You know what I mean?
So, do you feel like that was just a mind shift change for you just started being more positive, or was there actually things that you started seeing that you could, hey man, life ain't as bad as they trying to make it. I can still go out and move around and do stuff. Is there anything in particular that you started doing that you know what I'm saying, or that you said, man?
I say for sure, like, specifically, just certain personal goals. Like, when I'm first listening to this stuff and you hear can't, the kingdom being shut against me, I'm not even, now, it ain't necessarily that I'm seeking the kingdom, you know what I mean? I'm just living under some laws. Mm-hmm. Not some laws. I'm just living under the laws without entering and getting the rewards of the kingdom, right?
Right.
So what happens is after that switch happened, what happened is my goals start not seeming like they were vain or evil or you know what I mean? I'm looking at my goals and I'm like, man, this ain't an evil thing, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. See, and that for that does tie somewhere on with me, because when you first get in, right? When you first start this walk and you first start to build your relationship with the Most High and you're shy, you start to realize all the stuff that you can't do. Right. And that's just the first. See, even if you look at the 10 Commandments, right? The most of the laws are telling you things you cannot do. Don't do this. Don't do that.
Right.
But then, now you got to look at the stuff you can do.
Right.
Look at the fruits of the Spirit. Against these things, there are no laws. Man. So now you got in and you. The first part is self-correction. The things you can't do, that's self-correction. Now the second part of making it into the kingdom is actually being assistant hand and building the kingdom and saying, okay, I can't do this stuff and I won't do this stuff against the Most High. But let me figure out what I can do for the Most High. Man. Is there anything in my life? I want to devote my life to the Most High. And this is kind of where I'm at now. Still at the beginning. I feel like I'm always going to be at the beginning because I'm always trying to figure out what the Most High want me to do. What can I do? Is there anything I could do to please the Most High? You know what I'm saying? Is there anything I could do to do something positive? Right. And I feel like, not that I feel like, I know for sure, just in life, man, when you're doing this, it's so easy to get into the negative. Like, it's so easy to do something and like get attention, get recognition, get prestige off doing negative stuff, ignorant stuff. But then when you do something, when you do the right thing, nobody listening. Slow views. Bro. And that's why I don't even expect no views. I don't expect no, like, man.
Yeah. Slow applause.
Yeah. So it just be like, sometimes you have, this is me, like, man, Father, is this the right track? Man. But, you know, if you save a soul, cover a multitude of sins. So I'm just trying to get me one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rack up one, put one on the board.
I got a multitude that need to be covered.
Hey, man, if somebody hear half a verse, somebody hear 5 minutes of a podcast clip, hey, I got some sins I need covered. I asked for forgiveness. I forgave those who have sinned against me. I forgave my debtors. But at the same time, that's all this verse say. You save a soul, cover a multitude of sins. Yeah. Hey, man. Like, what can we do to save some souls? You know, you get what I'm saying? Of course, you can say. And I almost be feeling like there's a cop-out when I hear people say, man, I just walk my regular life and I just try to be good and be. Because to be good, meaning like a good earthly person or good worldly person is still evil in the eyes of the Most High. If you do everything good and you don't give the Most High no credit, that's evil. I mean, let's just say you did everything good and you gave the devil credit. You fed the homeless.
Man, oh man.
You gave them clothes.
Yeah, fat. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? You gave them shelter.
Yeah.
Hey, and you said, hey, Lucifer did this.
Man.
Wait, is there a difference?
Man.
You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that it ain't enough to be good. And the Most High wants you to glorify His name. That's the whole point we missing. In Psalms 50, it say, and when I save you out of this trouble, man, we need to get that.
You want to? Let's get we still right here.
All
I know where we at.
Open a new tab. Just go.
We're gonna go right here at the base. Hold on real quick. Yeah, we're gonna share what he giving you.
Excuse me.
All right, what are we going down to?
Let's see it. I'm just trying to see how far down. I think the verse is halfway down that I had just quoted. But it only makes sense when you.
Read it from the top.
Okay, yeah, it ain't that far down. We can read it. We can read it because we're really just talking about, this is still part of what we go on. The Spirit God has still got us on the train. Our conversation and our discussion has really been, are we under the law?
Right.
Right. And this is Old Testament.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And this is going to talk about, this is talking about what the new law is, or what the law we're under is.
Gotcha.
Right. No matter where we go, no matter who is over us, no matter if we govern ourselves, no matter if somebody else governs us, this is what we're under right now. This is Old Testament. So let's read through. Let's read a little bit.
All right. This is Psalms 50.
Yep.
The mighty God, even the Most High, have spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun until the going down thereof.
Okay, now this is really just giving praise. This is how they give praise to the Most High in the Bible. They give him his credit.
Yeah.
They exalt his name.
Yeah.
They call him the mighty God.
Yeah.
Even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even the Most High. Even that's most likely that's going to say the Elohim or the Elohim or Elohim, right? Even the Elohim has spoken and called the earth. So and ordered the earth. Hey earth.
Yeah.
Hey sun, it's time for you to come up. He said, hey, he got the power. It's on the earth. He's saying the sun is only coming up because the Most High told him to come up.
Boss.
Hey,
Boss.
This is how they start off with giving the bosses his just do. Hey,
Let you
the
know
sun,
who he is.
yeah.
I'm gonna let you know who he is.
Yeah, hey, the sun only coming up and going down because the Most High called it.
No cap.
If the Most High ain't say nothing today, it'd be dark.
He wouldn't even move.
It'd be dark. Keep going.
I say, out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God have shined.
Still more. I know you start to feel the way anytime you see that name Zion and that. I can see it on your face. His name, if y'all don't know, he go by Film from Zion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But right, but this is still giving the Most High praise. So he's starting off. Look at the name of the section. The Mighty One calls. Right? Who is the Mighty One? The Almighty. Right? The Mighty God. Even the Elohim. Even the Elohim. So I ain't gonna pull out the Hebrew. We're just gonna keep going because it's already a decent amount to read. Let's go to 3.
They say, our God shall come and shall not keep silence. 8. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very. Go ahead.
Tempestuous round about him. Let's get tempestuous. Just right click it. Just do a right click, and then copy it.
Oh, look it up.
You could do look up too, but yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
And we already know what it means. We just trying to get it for the viewers. It means like a rough, violent storm type of energy, but we're gonna get it just to make sure. It's always good to know because people can think they know. It's different between thinking you know and knowing you know. Different between thinking and not having actually knowledge. Now double tap on it how you did before. Yeah. So characterized by strong or turbulent or conflicting emotion, right? Number 2, very stormy. Now let's go ahead and plug that into the verse. Go back to the verse. So it says, our God shall come and shall not keep silence. So it's not going to be quiet when he come. It say a fire shall devour before him. So devour means to consume, right? And it shall be very tempestuous round about him. So it will be violent, conflicting energy, the storm, right? Keep going.
He shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he may judge his people.
So he'll call to the heavens first and to the earth. that he may judge his people. I ain't gonna go into that, but keep going.
Gather my saints together unto me,
Mm-hmm.
those that have made a covenant.
Okay.
Mm.
So gather my saints. So he called, he shall call to the heavens from above
Mm-hmm.
and to the earth that he may judge his people. There's some saints up there wearing white already. Right? That's Revelation, but we ain't gonna go in there. So he gonna gather my saints together unto me. So from the heavens and from the earth. It's a reason. It's a reason. Now this Old Testament. This is not New Testament.
Facts.
Old Testament, right? He said he gonna gather those who have made a covenant with him. But keep going.
It said, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
So this message he calling to anybody who made a covenant. He called to the heavens and to the earth, to anybody who made a covenant with him by sacrifice. So his people. This for his people. It ain't for everybody. He gathered the saints to hear this.
Facts.
He called to them. Let's keep going.
Specific. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness. For God is judge himself. Selah.
Yeah, let that breathe. So what Selah mean? Let that breathe.
Get a little time. Hear, O my people, and I will speak. O Israel, and I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. Right? I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices.
Right. Keep going.
I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices.
So reprove means to rebuke.
Right.
I will not rebuke thee. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to correct you for your sacrifices or your burnt offerings. So now he calling to his saints who have made a covenant with him by sacrifice. So he's saying this is the old covenant. This is the covenant of the Old Testament. The covenant where the sacrifices are done. So testament means what? Covenant. The word testament, Google Testament. It's Google Testament.
Testament. Let's see right here.
Yeah. All right. Gotta hit the more definitions. We gotta bring it out. You know, they got it in there. A division of the Bible. Let's look at number 2. Something that serves as a sign or evidence of a specified fact, event, or quality. A person's will. Let's keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. Because
proof.
Right. Creed, proof. There you go right there, dictionary.com.
Gotcha. All right.
All right, you just click on that one. Testament.
Oh.
Right. Law. Right. Look at number 5. Highlight, double tap in. Not just double tap the thing. Go back, hit the back button. Yeah. Just double tap the mouse. Don't double click, just double tap. Yeah. There you go. Just slide it over. Yeah. So, number 5, a covenant, especially between God and humans. You see how they try to hide this one?
Yeah.
We had to go look for this one. Testament. Go back up so they can see the word testament a little bit. Can't even get them both on the same screen. Go back. Well, we did.
Testament.
All right, so testament is a law. All right, number 2, it says either of the 2 major portions of the Bible, the Mosaic,
right, or Old Covenant. Okay.
Or dispensation, my fault, or the Christian or New Covenant or dispensation. So testament means covenant. Let's jump back to 50, Psalms 50.
Okay, cool.
Right? Now it says, verse 5, it says, those that have made a covenant with him by sacrifice. And I'm just saying that this covenant is in the Old Testament. So the Old Testament means what? The Old Covenant. Yeah. New Testament means what? The New Covenant. I'm not saying that the Old Testament is done away with. I'm just saying, what law are you under right now? Right? What are you fighting against? Right? What are you serving? Right? Are we conflicted when we serve, when we obey the laws of the United States government? Are we conflicted? Does that conflict? Is that averse to what the Bible tells us to do? Right? And what I'm saying is that the Most High put them over us for a reason. And these things that we see, what we're doing is showing, hey, there's a law against adultery. Or initially there were. We know as kings get replaced, usually even in the Bible, a lot of times a more evil king comes.
About, yeah.
Yeah. Why? Because the adversary is at work.
Yeah.
It's always somebody else coming trying to corrupt, right? And so what we're showing is that, hey, even though the Most High put us in this place that seems so bad, so wicked, so terrible, it started off as one thing, right? And now it's turning into something. And we had a part. We play a role in what it's turning into, right? We live here. And we play a role in what this thing is turning into. By how we're represented, whether we know it or not, we always leaders. We leaders in fashion. We leaders in music. We leaders in trends, right? So we lead, like, and I said it before, we leading the way in twerking.
Yeah, fast.
We leading the way in throwing money.
Yeah.
Throwing money on the ground.
Yeah. Fast.
Ain't nobody on this planet can throw money better than us. Throw money at a stripper better than us.
Nobody drink lean better than us.
Man, can't nobody pop a pill better than we pop a pill. Can't nobody get slumped like us. Hey man.
That's crazy.
Ain't nobody pop
Ain't
a
nobody
tab like
finesse
us.
like we done finesse.
Man, ain't nobody scamming like we scam.
Facts.
We scam better than government. We ain't got no tools.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we ain't even got all the computers.
We ain't got no tools.
Yeah, facts. Man.
Somebody made an app for us and we at it.
Yeah, facts. That's crazy.
All the good you could have did with the phone, but we scamming with it. Anyway, man.
So I'm gonna go to.
So basically, what this is what we're getting at is that, yes, we're under this law, but it's still coinciding with the law of the Most High, and the Most High put them under us, over us for a reason, because at one point they were more just than us. I'm not saying that they are now. I'm not saying that everything is fair, but what I'm saying is, if you link up with the Most High, you don't have to worry about this stuff.
Gotcha.
You could rest well at night just by linking with the Most High. This is real. Now, this is the agreement I'm saying. It's going to work Old Testament, New Testament, anytime you in. This agreement right here. This joint that Psalms is usually known as from David, but this does say Asaph.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if David gave it to Asaph to sing or what he did. You know what I'm saying? But it say Asaph at the top.
Yeah.
But let's keep going. Let's keep going.
All right. Okay. So he said, verse 9.
Right.
I will take no bullet out of thy house, nor he.
No. Go to 8. Go to 8.
Go back to 8. I will not reprove.
No. You skipped something, didn't you? 6.
So, all right, we'll go back to 6 then.
Nah, you right.
Yeah.
You all right. You did read those. Let's go back. This is do 8.
Okay. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings.
So the Most High is not going to rebuke you for your sacrifices, right? He's saying, all your burnt offerings. Keep going.
To have been continually before me.
So y'all been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not telling y'all to stop. You're not in trouble for it, but keep going.
I will take no bullet out of thy house.
I don't need none of your bulls. I'm going to tell you right now.
I don't even eat
Y'all
bulls.
sacrificing continually. But I don't even need your bulls.
Yeah. Oh, why not?
Keep going. You going to find out?
Nor he goats out of thy folds.
Oh, you thought I needed that Passover lamb? You thought I needed that? No, my brother. You need that. Keep going, though. Keep going.
For every beast of the forest is mine.
And
Keep going. Cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains.
Keep going.
And the wild beasts of the field are mine.
He said, everything you sacrificing is mine.
Yeah.
He said that beast. He said, you're not even saying everything you sacrifice, but he's saying is, hey, bro, you know all the bulls on all the bulls and all the goats, all the beasts in the forest, all the cattle upon the hills,
man,
they mine. They belong to me, brother.
That's boss.
So I don't even need yours. I ain't gonna even take no more out of your house, man. It's thousands on it. It just said, in the cattle upon 1,000 hills.
Man, that's interesting.
I don't even need yours for real right now. But hang tight, I'm about to tell you why I don't need it. Keep going.
If I were hungry, I would not tell thee. For the world is mine.
Wait. So he said, hey, you bringing me all this food that I'm not going to even eat. Y'all going to eat it.
Man.
If I was hungry, bro, I wouldn't even have to let you know. You would never even be able to understand that I'm hungry.
That's boss, bro. That's, woo.
Keep going.
For the world is mine, and the
Come.
fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls or drink the blood of goats?
Nope. Keep going.
Offer unto God thanksgiving.
So this is what he want. He say, hey, I don't need the flesh of bulls.
That's
I don't need the blood of goats.
This Old Testament too.
It's Old Testament. He said, I don't need that no more. He said, this is what I need. Offer unto God, offer unto the Most High thanksgiving. I need your praise. I need your thanksgiving.
Man.
I need the thanksgiving that come from in here. You feel me?
Man.
I need that thanksgiving. Keep going.
And pay thy vows unto the Most High.
So pay thy vows. What's that?
Tithes.
Tithes, taxes. What we been talking about?
The law.
Man.
What law are we under? And this law that we under.
And it's multiple definitions of vows. Let's get that. Let's get that. Yeah, this hit the vows real quick. All right. So a solemn promise, right? Number one, solemnly promise to do a specific thing, dedicate to someone or something, especially a deity. The meaning of deity is especially a God.
Yeah.
A deity is a God.
Facts.
So now let's go back to Psalms 50.
Tell that in there.
Now watch this. Wait. Where we at?
14.
14. Okay. So offer unto me thanksgiving, which is your praise and just being truly thankful, right? And pay the promises that you keep your word to me. You vowed a promise to me. That's part of the covenant. I promised you something and hey, I kept my part of the vow. I'm still God. When y'all go off, y'all not Israel no more. Do we look like Israel? So who? He's still God. He's still the Most High. But are we still Israel? Are we still that we used to be? So who broke their part?
We did.
He kept his word 100%. So this is what he said he want. He said he wants your praise. And then he wants you to pay him with your vows. Pay him with your word. Do what you say you're going to do. Do what I tell you to do. If you make a promise, keep it. It's deep. That's first thing he wants. Second thing he wants is your vows. Keep going.
And call upon me in the day of trouble.
Third thing he wants you to do, hey, don't call upon your money.
Man.
Don't store up your money for the rainy day.
Man.
I need you to use your money to exalt me. Right? Don't rely upon your money. Don't call on your mama. Don't call on your uncle. Don't call on your cousin.
Man.
They ain't gonna save you. They can't save you.
Man.
He said, call me. So 3 things. I want your praise, your thanksgiving. That's 1. Second thing, I want you to pay me with your vow, pay me with your word, pay me with your promise to keep this covenant, right? Third thing is, when you get in trouble, I don't need you calling no other gods. I don't need you calling Buddha. You got to call me.
Yeah,
I don't need you calling your mama. I don't need you calling no woman.
Man.
You got to call me. Now, what did he say next?
I will deliver thee.
So if you do these 3 things,
yeah.
If you do these 3, he gonna deliver you. What else you need? What other covenant you need?
Man.
You just need to be delivered from anything, from any trouble in front of you. Keep going.
And thou shalt glorify me.
The last thing. That's the 4th thing. You got to glorify him after he saved you.
Dang.
That's the last thing he needs you to do. So he needs you to give thanksgiving, give him praise. He needs you to pay with your word, pay your tithes, pay with your vow, pay with your time, right? keep your promises to him. And then when you do fall in trouble, you do those 2 things. When you do fall in trouble, this the order. Make sure you call on me. Don't call on nobody else. And then I'm going to come get you. And when I come get you, what he exalt me. So it's all tied back. Exalt me, and then I'm going to do what? I'm going to exalt you.
Back to that.
And I'm going to exalt you.
Yeah.
Then you going to exalt me, and then I'm going to exalt you.
Yeah. And you going to shine.
It's a team. It's a husband and wife.
Facts. It's guaranteed.
Back in it said, hey, I was the Most High said I used to be their husband but now Christ the bridegroom. Anyway, let's keep going. Keep going.
You want to keep reading this one?
Yeah, got to.
But unto the wicked.
Because he called to the righteous. That whole first part.
Yeah.
That's only for the righteous.
Okay.
That's for the saints.
Yeah.
If you ain't trying to be no saint, that don't apply.
Oh man.
If you ain't trying to be no saint, don't even start with number 1. Don't even
give
16? No, yeah. No, I'm saying don't even start with giving them Thanksgiving.
Right. You
just did everything you did. Now you talking about thank you. It's when the adult stars win their award.
Man.
They get on stage. The adult films.
Yeah.
They made a movie about killing people and doing all this stuff, and they won their Oscar. First thing they get on stage is, I want to give all praise to God first and foremost. Wait, you just did all type of debauchery, and the first thing you did, you gonna get a Most High credit for that?
Man. Yeah.
Come on, bruh.
Yeah, facts. Right.
He told you what he wanted credit for when he saved you.
Yeah, give me credit for that.
So when Daniel came out the lines, then
that's interesting.
When Daniel got that dream, when he didn't get the dream, when Daniel got the interpretation of the dream, he said, before I even tell you this dream, Nebuchadnezzar, I'm gonna tell you, this dream didn't come from me. The Most High saved me, delivered me. He gave me this to give to you. He gave him credit right off top. When the Abednego, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was in the fire, he gave him credit right up top. It's simple. We making it too complicated. Man. So are we under the law? Yeah. Is the law over us? Not quite. But we under the law. The law ain't over us though. What will never fail you? This will never fail you. Man. So really, this is what you need to be saved spiritually, right? But the Most High he gives you certain things. He promises you certain things. He'll say, I along with this is gonna come long life. You say, okay, I'm gonna get long life, right? But in order to get long life, you gotta eat a certain way. So that's why so you say, hey, so if you said all I need is this, do I need dietary law? If you want a long life, you need dietary law.
Yeah, facts.
See, it's all working together. It's not one or the other. It's everything.
Facts.
It's not either or. It's and both.
They in sync. They all in sync.
They all in sync.
Facts.
And at the same time, you're gonna be exalted. So, man, let's keep going for a little bit.
Say, but unto the wicked, God said.
So this for the wicked.
What hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
So he said, hey, what do I have to do to get you to declare my statutes? What do I have to do to get you to do what I need you to do? To praise me. Right? Now keep going.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
Right. So what do I have to do to get you to the wicked? What do I have to do? Is there anything I could do to get you to declare my statutes? Is there anything that I could get you that I could do to get you to take my covenant in your mouth? And the covenant is what? The testament. The covenant is what? The promise. Is there anything I can do, not to save me, but to save you? Is there any way I can save you? I want to save you, but you ain't helping me. Man. This to the wicked. Keep going though, man.
Man. Because I got
go ahead.
It's a question, right? So what about when a person says, man, I'm going to start doing this for God, when I get this. Or if I had this, I know I'd be doing this for God.
I mean, it depends on what that thing is, I would say.
Okay.
Only because if he say, yo, if I had a Charger, if I had that Scat Pack, if I had a Hellcat, I'd be riding around yelling the Most High name. every vlog I do of mine, every POV drive I do, I'm cutting up in traffic. It's all in the name. I'm gonna put the name of the Most High in the window.
My license plates.
Yeah, license plates. License plates. I'm talking about license plate cover.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the sticker on the side of the car. I'm talking about the wrap.
Oh man.
The wrap gonna be blessed.
Oh man.
So yeah, I mean, that could be a thing, right? Yeah. But it's really okay. What are you doing to get there?
That's interesting too, though.
Go ahead.
Cause and we'll finish off right here. But that's interesting because that's almost going back to the, you know what I mean? If I needed a car to have my name on it, almost, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Would I tell you that?
Yeah.
If I needed promotion,
yeah,
that kind of promotion.
Mm-hmm. No, it is
interesting though, man.
But it's really. What's holding you? Why don't you have that car? If the Most High wants you to get that car, why don't you have that car yet? Because people be like, man, I got another boom mic stand coming. Let's not do the podcast until that boom mic stand get here.
Right.
Tomorrow. Get here tomorrow.
Right.
Let's not do it until. I could have said that. And I have said that before, but I learned from my mistakes.
Facts.
Good. 9 times out of 10, for your step right now, 9.8 times out of 10, 98% of the time, for your step right now, I found and I realized I got everything I need.
Facts.
All the other stuff was just excuses for me to go forward. Not saying that I'm not gonna get the Hellcat and the Charger and you put the name on there and yell it, but hey, I'm gonna do what I can right now. Whatever I got, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna pray. Because it's really, do I have an avenue? Now, if you got an avenue, work on that avenue. If he gave you an avenue to get to the Hellcat, he gave you an avenue to get there. But if you're not making no progress, then you got to say, hey, it's just my avenue. It's a personal journey, man. That's what I say, man. It is definitely a personal journey, but how long you gonna say that for 40 years?
Yeah.
You gonna say it for 30, 20?
Yeah.
How old you gonna be until you stop saying that?
Man.
So, but the good thing is the Most High does know you how to know. People say that a lot, but sometimes, and we've gone through this too. Sometimes the plan, you might be ready, but it's supposed to be somebody that's supposed to complete the mission with you. They're not ready yet. So sometimes it takes patience. Sometimes it takes long suffering.
Fast. Okay.
And then, hey, let's just say you was in tune with the Most High. You was good. Hey, Nas, I think you should do the podcast. I just feel way off though.
Yeah.
I done went way left. Did some crazy stuff. I can't even think of what I would have done, but some crazy stuff. You hit me, I'm like, man, bro, I ain't really feeling the podcast today. You see, man, every time I try to do something for the Most High, every time I get right, I'm good this week. Last week I was off.
Yeah.
This week I'm good. And we can't even get the podcast in.
Yeah.
It ain't always about you. See, we get this thing where we think the Most High plan always about us.
Yeah.
Nah. Hey, it's some work. Hey, focus on that work you could do inside, that inner man, until the time comes, because the time is coming. The time is upon us. How many podcast days we supposed to do? Y'all don't know, but we supposed to start this up 2 years ago.
Yeah, fact. Started it.
We got a tool in agreement. We got a tool in agreement notification that pop up every Tuesday.
That chunk was going on for a year.
Yeah. And when we made that notification, it was a shared notification. When we made that notification, we said, and it's just testimony. We made that notification. We said, hey man, when we do this, we sticking to it, man. Mm-hmm. After we say this, man, no matter what happened, we got to link up. Whole year went by.
Yeah, fast. The notification was going off every day, every week too.
Yeah.
On time.
One time though. And one time, how I know? Because this the time. The time was upon us. We didn't have none of it. And one that we could have still got none of this, but even just to get this and work all this, y'all can't see what's happening behind the scenes. But this take knowledge to learn. See, the Most High ways to me, they be so complicated. That's why the scriptures say, a man's heart devises the way, but the Lord directed his steps. Like, I do music, and I almost feel like the Most High had me doing music just so I can learn how to work this desk. If I never did music, I wouldn't even be able to set this up, the ins and outs, the routings. I wouldn't be able to help at the church when I was helping at the church. The route, all that was training for today.
Facts. Even you leaving your job.
Yeah, kind. So now, you think I think, man, had I known this 15 years ago, I would have been doing something different. Of course.
Right.
But I wasn't ready. I wasn't me.
Facts.
I wasn't me yet.
Facts.
So, like we said, everything takes some time, man.
Facts.
So, but let's keep going, man. We back on the wicked, man. I know we keep going off track, man. Let's get back to it, man. The wicked.
It's all in sync, like we
said.
said.
Man, what do the Most High got to do for you to declare statutes? What do he have to do for you to take the covenant in his mouth? Now, let's go. 17.
Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my word behind thee.
So what you was talking about is instruction. You already own it. You say, what was your question about? What about that person that does what?
That asks like, hey, man, when I get this, then I'm gonna go do that for myself. So
they think they receive some type of instruction and they waiting on their instruction. Or they receive instruction and they don't want to do it.
Yeah, they waiting on the thing. Or what they think is the thing.
Right. So what I'm saying is that sometimes we receive instructions and we know the right thing to do. We know what we're supposed to be doing. We know how to, even if it's something that's simple as getting up and working out. So when you receive that instruction, hey, get down and hit them push-ups.
Yeah.
Do you hate hitting them push-ups?
All right.
Sometimes you might.
I'm gonna hit them after I get a gym membership.
That's how it be.
I'm gonna hit them after next month. My bills paid.
Yeah.
And then I can afford the new gym membership.
Most I might be get in shape.
But I gotta buy the new.
Dave, get in shape.
I gotta get the new Nikes first.
Get in shape, Dave.
I gotta get the new shorts.
Dave, go.
Man, Amazon,
do some push-ups, Dave.
Man, Amazon got this shirt and it's gonna look good when I do the push-ups.
Dave, you gonna have to be able to pick these women up over this wall.
Man. Hey,
you ain't gonna be ready if you don't start now, Dave.
No, I can't do it now. I'm gonna wait till after about May.
You know what?
Start fresh in May.
You know what? Where's Zion at? Zion, I'm looking for a new servant. You know what?
I don't want to start in the middle of the month.
You know what? Where's Zion at? Dave ain't getting it done for me. All right, now that's what you put. Let's go.
Man, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him. And has been partaker with adultery.
You got the second part of 17.
Oh, it says, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee.
See? That's what you're doing. When he told you to work out, you put them behind you saying, hey, when I get my membership, I'm going to do it later. You casted the words behind. I'm going to do them later. They scheduled. They scheduled to come at a later time. That's why I say, if the Spirit didn't give you no date, that means it's time to do it right now. It's time to start right now. If you ain't getting no date with your instruction, that means that instruction is for now.
Man.
That's heavy, but it's true. That instruction for now, as hard as it may seem, that instruction is for now. If you didn't get no date, but keep going though.
Man, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, has been partaker with adulterers.
So, this to the wicked that won't declare statutes and won't take the covenant in their mouth. He telling y'all characteristics, y'all tendencies. Y'all hate instruction. When he give you something good to do, you put it behind you. When the devil give you something good to do, you get to it. Why? Because it's so easy to do it. It look like a quick buck, but where you end up in without your freedom somewhere, right? You end up in captivity even more than you were in before, right? So he gave you good instruction. We cast it behind us, right? It say, hey, then when you see a thief, you in agreement with him. Hey, let's go kicking some of these doors, man.
Man.
Let's go break into some of these cars, see what we can come out with. We hungry. But he just told you what to do when you hungry.
Fast.
He told, hey, give me Thanksgiving.
Mm.
He say what?
Pay
Pay
your
your vows. All right.
Call upon him.
Hey, and then when he come with the food,
give me glory.
That's
a boss though.
That's a boss move. But hey, what we want to do now? When we see somebody stealing, we gonna. Hey, I'm riding with you. I'm going with you.
How you get that?
I'm going with you.
That's all you had to do?
I had a lick. I just hit a quick little lick.
That's it?
Yeah, man. Now, woo! I'm the best with you. Now it says, and has been partaker with adulterers. Right? So, whenever you see somebody going off, you trying to partake. You're not trying to correct them. You trying to get in. You trying to get into the action. So, all right. Now, watch this. Go ahead.
Thou givest thy mouth to evil,
Mm-hmm.
and thy tongue frameth deceit.
So he asked you, what I gotta do to get you to declare my statutes, to take my covenant in your mouth. He said, but when you say you rather give your mouth to evil, to bickering, to gossiping, to lying, to hating, right? And he said you rather give your tongue to framing people in a lie. When you framing people, you set somebody up, you lying. That's bearing false witness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
It said, thou sittest and speaketh against thy brother. Thou slandereth thy own mother's son.
So this is what he's saying. What you rather do with your tongue than to give your tongue to me.
Yeah.
You rather speak against your brother, your blood brother though. This still lies on. Keep going though.
These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
So he said, I watched you do all this. I ain't saying nothing to you. Remember I said, hey, the Most High give you freedom right now.
Yeah.
He giving you freedom. You run around with the adulterers. There was a law. I took it off the books. There was a law. You got freedom. You can worship whatever God you want to worship. Say whatever you want to say. Don't put on that book. Don't get caught.
Yeah, fair.
All right. Now watch this. Keep going.
Said thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as in one as thyself.
You thought I was you thought I was like a human, huh? Like I know.
You thought I was you. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Rebuke. I will rebuke thee. Keep going.
Now consider this, ye that forget God.
But remember this, Ab. Yeah, for everybody who forgot, just remember. And remember these 4 things I'm telling you. I only told you 4. What's the 4? Let's just in case they forgot. What's the 4?
First, offer thanksgiving.
Hey, somebody on it.
Yeah.
Number 2, you got all 4?
You got to pay them vows.
Hey, what that mean?
Man, pay what he told you to do or what you said you was going to do. Just do it.
There you go. Keep going.
I'm going to look for the next. Nah, call upon him in the day of trouble.
Hey,
whenever you're in trouble, call upon him.
You smart, man.
Man.
You smart.
It's him.
You intelligent.
All praise
to the Father, man.
Yeah, man.
Keep going.
And then after that, you glorify him. After he delivered you, give him glory.
Hey, man.
Let him know it was him.
Hey, Dave got it.
He gave it to me.
Hey. He gave it to me.
He gave it to me.
He gave it to me. All right, I feel you.
Just being real.
I feel you.
All right. Say, now consider this, ye that forget the Most High, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver.
See,
boss.
God, he ain't who we think is. Hey, do what you want to do. But it come be a time, some people say, man, why they do that to Ray Ray? If God is real, how can he take my friend out?
Man,
they ain't did nothing to nobody. He said, hey, I consider this. Now, if you took them out, if they was following me, took them out early, then it was martyrs. They gonna have them all white in heaven.
Man,
they getting there before you.
Man,
don't worry about them. But if not, unless I tear you in pieces, and there be what? None to deliver. They can't even make you out, bro. So keep going. Last verse.
It say, whosoever offer a praise, glorify me. And to him that ordereth his conversation aright, will I show the salvation of the Most High.
It ain't even hard, man. That's Psalm 50, man.
Man.
That's Psalm 50, man. When you read these breakdowns, man, it be taking a long time.
No, it's all good. Hey,
Kind.
what is time, man?
Kind. So, it's just man. Yeah, remember them. If you forget, and this is not for like people who strong in the walk right now. You know what I'm saying? We saying that if you having trouble, if you fell off, you trying to get back right. Hey, start with prayer, right? Then do those 4 things. Start with prayer 3 times a day. When you wake up, pray. Didn't we talk about that? Nah.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah,
we talked about it ourselves. You wake up, pray. Midday, pray. Before you go to sleep, pray.
That's 3 times already.
Humble yourself, man. And once you do that, focus on those 4 things to start. And then ask the Most High for discernment regarding the other laws. Ask him what to eat. And then you go look up what you should be eating. Ask him how to conduct yourself on holy days. And you go look up what you should be doing on holy days. So next week we'll be talking about something. We might touch on something, Most High willing.
All right.
Wherever the Spirit lead us
Right.
about that whole
With the prayer.
Passover thing. We could do both prayer and the Passover.
Okay. Oh yeah. You talking about the 7 days in
Yeah, the missing tabernacle,
okay.
man.
Okay, for sure.
The missing dwelling in the booths.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, man.
Last one. This will be the last one.
Okay.
Right. Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye can pass sea and land to make one proselyte. And when he is made, ye make him 2-fold more the child of hell than yourselves.
Let's get proselyte, man. Go ahead. Let's get proselyte just so the people know for sure what it is. Basically like an understudy.
So this is going back to the law as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are under the law. They are in the seat of Moses, right? But then we already know these things that they're doing. They shutting up, right?
Mm-hmm.
They shutting up the people that's trying to enter the kingdom. They not even allowing them to enter, nor have they entered themselves, right? They hypocrites. They going about every single way to make someone a proselyte. And when they finally got that person in that place, that person is 2-fold worse.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And proselyte is a person who has converted from one opinion, religion, or party to another, right? Let me see more. We're going to go down a little bit more. We're just going to scroll right here.
A new convert, so they learning. They still like, you get what I'm saying? They still early in the faith. And part of it is because it's not talking about this, but there were different sects of scribes and Pharisees. There were Sanhedrin.
Yeah, Sadducees, Essenes.
Yeah, and I believe he's talking about getting them to convert to whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Not just what Christ is telling them to do. Hey, I'm trying to convert y'all to this sect of Judaism type vibe. So go ahead though. Let's jump back. Cause you pretty much wrapped it up.
It say, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye can pass sea and land to make one proselyte. And when he is made, ye make him 2-fold more the child of hell than yourselves. So how does he become made 2-fold more the child of hell than they already are? If they already hypocrites, you know what I mean? If we know they hypocrites and they these things right here, right? All these things, how is the person they converted 2-fold? That means he's double worse than what they are, right?
Because they brought him in, they was already going off. So, new converts are bringing in their ideas, their own thoughts already. They already going off. And also, it's kind of like
Can I hit this one? Right?
I ain't gonna get that example. But
Can I hit this one?
which one? What?
Right here.
Yeah, go ahead. I hope that's the right one. Click it. Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So we was talking about proselytes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you pretty much covered it, man. You pretty much covered it, man. Just because they're already going off, and they're trying to recruit people to themselves rather than recruit them unto the Most High. Is making it unto what the Most High is telling them to do. There, if you look up right at 14, right, and the preachers for to make long prayer, therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. They already receiving the greater damnation. The scribes and Pharisees. Now they bringing some people under them, another generation.
Right.
That's being brought in under them to go off.
Who's
You know what I'm saying? They teaching
fresh.
them how to go off.
Right.
This first generation going off.
So you know a little bit.
Yeah.
You know like how I said. It say, yo, like you're just shutting up the kingdom of heaven against men.
Right.
But then they know nothing. You know something. They know nothing.
Right.
And from they fresh, they're blank canvas,
Right.
and you bringing them in and you making them double worse than what you are.
It's kind of like second generation wealth, right? But it's really second generation evil.
Finesse.
When you got your money, you got your money. That was cool. But you weren't born with this money. You had to figure out how to make the money, right? But now, right, and you appreciate your money. You might go off with your money, but you're gonna be a little bit more careful. But now when the next generation get it, and they always had it, they don't have the same respect for the money. They don't have the same love for the money. Meaning that they gonna do much worse with the money than you've done. Or they can either do much worse or much greater. But whatever they do, whether they be going off to serve money or whether they be going off to use it gluttonously, it's gonna be twice as bad as whatever you was doing.
Yeah, that just brought somebody in mind, but I don't know if I want to bring them up. So,
yeah, you ain't gotta bring up nobody. No, you know what I'm saying?
No, there's somebody in the
Throw
script.
no stones.
Yeah,
Okay.
I ain't throwing no stone. But it's almost it's all right. So I would say I would say just from seeing certain stuff. I forgot his name, but Solomon's son.
Okay.
Right. He had and I'm not saying Solomon was this, but his son didn't grow up watching David. He grew up watching Solomon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he probably I'm not sure how older his son was than him.
Yeah.
How much younger he was, right?
Yeah.
But he was able to see when Pop started bringing in all the baddies. But he also started seeing too when Pop started building them temples. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Pop's bringing them temples, and people were telling Pops like, "Yo, you tripping right now."
Mm-hmm.
But Pops was doing whatever he doing.
Mm-hmm.
So now when he started growing up, he was worse than Solomon. So, but that's it on that, man.
Man.
That's it on that.
So, are we under the law? Yes.
We are, but we not.
Is the law over us? No. We're not being forced to do it. The law is not over us. You know what I'm saying? So we first generation pretty much. There's some second generations out there, but they still young.
Man.
So if we can bring up our kids, not in the way we was brought up, but in a better way, we saw one thing. So now they should be able to be even greater. The same way these proselytes are gonna be twofold evil. The son of a righteous man has a chance to be twofold righteous.
Man.
So I think of when I as I'm saying it, I think of Joseph and Manasseh and Ephraim because they were so righteous. Most High gave them both their own tribe. That's out of Jasper. If y'all wondering why I'm saying that, it's a book called Jasher. I said Jasper. It's a book called Jasher. If you read it, it says Ephraim and Manasseh walked on the straight and narrow, and they didn't turn to the left or the right their whole life. Most High deemed their right.
Tribe. Yeah, they both get tribes.
Yeah, deemed the right to go ahead and split up that tribe of Joseph.
Yeah.
Yep. So
man, that's beautiful though, man.
And
the Most High the Father, he's wonderful. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I had a certain understanding of us what it meant to be under the law, but it wasn't until everything you just said. Literally, now I feel like I fully understand what it means by when it said I'm not under the law, but under grace. You know what I mean? Just being honest.
God.
So I think I praise
Nah,
the Father for that, man.
yeah, God, all praise to the Abba. And it's different understandings of that. You know what I'm saying? So you might talk to a Christian and they might say, none of the law apply to me in no way, no shape or form because I'm under grace.
Okay.
Now that's not what I mean.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's why we explain
Fast.
what we mean. You know what I mean? And I would think I like to say it more than less I'm under grace, more I'm under mercy.
Fast.
I'm under mercy because it'll never be my righteousness. It's always going to be his mercy. So I'll never be righteous enough. I just pray that the Most High continues to be merciful enough to accept me. You know what I'm saying? As I fall off and get back up and fall off and get back up and fall off and get back up.
Man, facts.
So all praise to the Abba, man. We want to give thanks to him, man. Let y'all know that this is all for him. We only here for him. We're not here for ourselves. And hopefully this helped you use up 2 hours of your life where you didn't have to go. You know what I'm saying? Where you didn't have to go to the world for content.
Fact.
You didn't have to go to the world for your entertainment. Yeah, just listen to a couple brothers talk for a little bit. And we love y'all out there, man.
Love.
Man, if y'all took anything from this, if y'all learned anything, y'all gleaned anything, or y'all got any type of opinions, hey, put them in the comments down there, man. We would love to hear them. Love to get back with y'all, man.
For sure.
Anything you want to say to wrap it up?
No, that's it. It's a wrap.
All right, man. So we're going to talk to y'all next time, man.
For sure.
Thank y'all for tuning in to An Agreement. Don't want no